Narayana, Sri Rama Rakshama. Respected friends, sadhakas, welcome you all as to our seventh Avasya sadhanas. Like every day, Veda Parayanam, Dhyana Puraka Mantrocharanam, common sense thought, Shanti mantras, Guruparampara mantras, Sankalpa, Upanishad mantrocharana, and Upanishad Adhyayanam. A beautiful topic in Upanishad going on. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, 6th chapter, 15th mantra. Knowing the self alone is the way for moksha. There is nothing other path existing, so don't look for anything. If you do anything else other than that, you are only creating more bondages to you. That most crucial, important knowledge, very strongly, repeatedly, Shruti Mata is telling us out of her kindness and compassion. So let us see how much more intense, deep our understanding and conviction can become having heard and studied this portion. Starting with Veda Parayanam, and you know, we do all these things to invoke Parabrahma Ishvara Jagannatha, Devata Gana, Guru Gana, Shastra Gana Kripa, so that we have all the data, all inspiration to take care of our personality, of Loka Sevaka, etc., so that truly we are growing spiritually. Vedic chanting, Rudra Prashna, Namaka Prashna, 9 Anuvaka Suisa, देखो देखते देखते 10, 11, 12 if you see today, Namaka will be over from tomorrow for 3 or 4 days. Chamaka Prashna we will do. Then the remaining 10, 12 Suktams we will do in 10 days time. Then let us see what Lord has to order us to do as our chantings every day. Start. ॐ अथ वेदपारायणम् रुद्रप्रश्नः नमकप्रश्नः दशमोऽनुवाकः ॐ द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहित द्रापे अन्धसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहित येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनां येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनां मा भेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत मा भेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत या ते रुद्रशिवा तनोः या ते रुद्रशिवा तनोः शिवा विश्वाह भेषजी शिवा विश्वाह भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी तया नो मृडजीवसे तया नो मृडजीवसे इमागं रुद्राय तपसे कपर्दिने इमागं रुद्राय तपसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिं क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिं यथा नः शर्म सद्विपदे चतुष्पदे यथा नः शर्म सद्विपदे सॉरी यथा नः शम सद्विपदे चतुष्पदे यथा नः शम सद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरं विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरं मृडानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृधि मृडानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृधि क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छं च योश्च मनुरायजे पिता यच्छं च योश्च मनुरायजे पिता तदश्याम तव रुद्रप्रणीतौ तदश्याम तव रुद्रप्रणीतौ मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकम् मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकम् मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितम् मान उक्षन्तमुतमान उक्षितम् मानोवधीः पितरं मोत मातरं मानोवधीः पितरं मोत मातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोकेतनये मान आयुषि मानस्तो केतनये मान आयुषि मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः मानो गोषु मानो अश्वेषु रीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वधीः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वधीर् हविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते हविष्मन्तो नमसा विधेमते आरात्ते गोघ्न उत पौरुषग्ने आरात्ते गोघ्न उत पौरुषग्ने क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मेते अस्तु क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मे ते अस्तु रक्षा च नो अधि च देवः गृह्यदा च रक्षा च नो अधि च देवः ब्रूह्यदा च नः शर्म यच्छद्विवर्हाः नः शर्म यच्छद्विवर्हाः स्तुहि श्रुतं युवानं स्तुहि श्रुतं युवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्तुमुग्रं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्तुमुग्रं मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेनाः अन्यन्ते अस्मन्निवपन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणक्तु परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणक्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरामगवद्भ्यस्तनुष्व अवस्थिरामघवद्भ्यस्तनुष्व मीढ्वस्तोकायतनयाय मृडय मीढ्वस्तोकायतनयाय मृडय मीढुष्टमशिवतमः शिवो नः सुमनः मीढुष्टमशिवतमः शिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रदागहि आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रदागहि विकिरितविलोहितनमस्तेऽस्तु भगवः विकिरितविलोहितनमस्तेऽस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगं हेतयोऽन्यमस्मन् निवपन्तु ताः यास्ते सहस्रगं हेतयोऽन्यमस्मन्निवपन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगवः तासामीशानो भगवः पराचीनामुखाकृधि पराचीनामुखाकृधि सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्याम् सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्याम् तेषागं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसि तेषागं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवा अधि अस्मिन् महत्यर्णवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवा अधि नीलग्रीवाः शितिकण्ठाः नीलग्रीवाः शितिकण्ठाः शर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः शर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाः शितिकण्ठा नीलग्रीवाः शितिकण्ठा दिवगं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः दिवगं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्मिञ्जरा ये वृक्षेषु सस्मिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहितः नीलग्रीवा विलोहितः ये भूतानामधिपतयो ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासः कपर्दिनः विशिखासः कपर्दिनः ये अन्येषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु ये अन्येषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनान् पिबतो जनान् ये पथां पतिरक्षय ये पथां पतिरक्षय ऐलभृदायव्युधः ऐलभृदायव्युधः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति सृकावन्तो निषङ्गिणः सृकावन्तो निषङ्गिणः य एतावन्तश्च भूयागंसश्च य एतावन्तश्च भूयागंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे तेषागं सहस्रयोजने अवधन्वानि तन्मसि अवधन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां येऽन्तरिक्ष्ये ये दिवि येऽन्तरिक्ष्ये ये दिवि येषामन्नं वातो येषामन्नं वातो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो वर्षमिषवस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचीर्दशोदीचीर् दश प्रतीचीर्दशोदीचीर् दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु तेयं द्विष्मो यश्च नो तेयं द्विष्मो यश्च नो द्वेष्टितं वो जम्भे दधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनात् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नव्यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वा भुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टुहि यस्विषु सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वामहेसौ मनसाय रुद्रं नमोभिर्देवमसुरन्दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवान् अयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजो यगम् शिवाभिमर्शनः एते सहस्रमयुतं पाशामृत्यो मर्त्याय हन्तवे तान् यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्नेनाप्यायस्व सदाशिवोम् ॐ शान्तिः ॐ शान्तिः अगेन ॐ फ्रॉम 10th अनुवाक द्रापे अंधसस्पते दरिद्रन्नीललोहित येषां पुरुषाणामेषां पशूनां माभेर्मा रोमो येषां किञ्चनाममत् याते रुद्रशिवा तनोः शिवा विश्वाह भेषजी शिवा रुद्रस्य भेषजी तया नो मृढजीवसे इमागं रुद्राय तवसे कपर्दिने क्षयद्वीराय प्रभरामहे मतिम् यथा नः शमसद्विपदे चतुष्पदे विश्वं पुष्टं ग्रामे अस्मिन्ननातुरम् रुडानो रुद्रोतनो मयस्कृधि क्षयद्वीराय नमसा विधेमते यच्छं च योश्च मनुरायजे पिता तदश्याम तव रुद्र प्रणीतौ मानो महान्तमुतमानो अर्भकं मान उक्षन्त मुतमान उक्षितम् मानो वधीः पितरं मोत मातरं प्रियामानस्तनुवो रुद्ररीरिषः मानस्तोकेतनये मान आयुषिमानो गोषुमानो अश्वेषुरीरिषः वीरान्मानो रुद्रभामितो वधीर्हविष्वन्तो नमसा विधेमते आरात्ते गोघ्न उत पौरुषघ्ने क्षयद्वीराय सुम्नमस्मे ते अस्तु रक्षा च नो अधि च देव ब्रूह्यदा च नः शर्म यच्चद्विबर्हाः स्तुहि श्रुतङ्गर्तसदं युवानं मृगन्न भीममुपहत्तुमुग्रम् मृडाचरित्रे रुद्रस्तवानो अन्यन्ते हस्मन्निव पन्तु सेनाः परिणो रुद्रस्य हेतिर्वृणक्तु परित्वेषस्य दुर्मतिरघायोः अवस्थिरामघवद्भ्यस्तनुष्वमेढ्वस्तोकाय तनयाय मृडय मीढुष्टमशिवतम शिवो नः सुमना भव परमे वृक्ष आयुधन्निधाय कृत्तिं वसान आचर पिनाकं बिभ्रदागहि विकिरितविलोहितनमस्तेऽस्तु भगवः यास्ते सहस्रगं हेतयोऽन्यमस्मन् निवपन्तु ताः सहस्राणि सहस्रधा बाहुवोस्तव हेतयः तासामीशानो भगव पराचीनामुखाकृधि सहस्राणि सहस्रशो ये रुद्रा अधिभूम्यां तेषागं सहस्रयोजने वदन्वानि तन्मसि अस्मिन्महत्यर्णवेऽन्तरिक्षे भवा अधि नीलग्रीवाः शितिकण्ठाः शर्वा अधः क्षमाचराः नीलग्रीवाः शितिकण्ठा दिवगं रुद्रा उपश्रिताः ये वृक्षेषु सस्मिञ्जरा नीलग्रीवा विलोहिताः ये भूतानामधिपतयो विशिखासः कपर्दिनः ये अन्नेषु विविध्यन्ति पात्रेषु पिबतो जनानां ये पथां पथिरक्षय ऐलवृधाय व्युधः ये तीर्थानि प्रचरन्ति सृखावन्तो निषङ्गिणः य एतावन्तश्च भूयागंसश्च दिशो रुद्रावितस्थिरे तेषागं सहस्रयोजने वधन्वानि तन्मसि नमो रुद्रेभ्यो ये पृथिव्यां येऽन्तरिक्षे ये दिवि येषामन्नं वातो वर्षमिषभस्तेभ्यो दश प्राचीर्दश दक्षिणा दश प्रतीचीर्दशोदीचीर्दशोर्ध्वास्तेभ्यो नमस्ते नो मृडयन्तु तेऽयं द्विष्मो यश्च नो द्वेष्टितं वोजम्भे दधामि त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् यो रुद्रो अग्नौ यो अप्सु य ओषधीषु यो रुद्रो विश्वाभुवना विवेश तस्मै रुद्राय नमो अस्तु तमुष्टु हि यस्विषुः सुधन्वायो विश्वस्य क्षयति भेषजस्य यक्ष्वामहे सौमनसाय रुद्रं नमोभिर्देवमसुरन्दुवस्य अयं मे हस्तो भगवानयं मे भगवत्तरः अयं मे विश्वभेषजोयगं शिवाभिमर्शनः एते सहस्रमयुतं पाशा मृत्योमर्त्याय हन्तवे तान्यज्ञस्य मायया सर्वानवयजामहे मृत्यवे स्वाहा मृत्यवे स्वाहा ॐ नमो भगवते रुद्राय विष्णवे मृत्युर्मे पाहि प्राणानां ग्रन्थिरसि रुद्रो मा विशान्तकः तेनान्येनाप्यायस्व सदाशिवोम् ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः Shantihi. In this way, Rudra Parayanam, Namaka Prashna we have done. Chamaka tomorrow onwards, maybe for 3 days, we will do. Today in our Gayatri Mantra, did we do the Gayatri Mantra Bhagavan Sri Ayagriva? I don't remember. So let us do today Hayagriva Gayatri. Bhagavan Sri Hayagriva is the one who takes the avatara with the head as the horse, then brings those Vedas from the Madhukaitava Rakshasa and gives them to Brahmadeva for Brahmadeva to continue the creation. So, Vidmahe Dhimahi Prachodayat, intensely, deeply feeling that the Parabrahma alone, Ishvara alone, as Hayagriva Bhagavan comes and does that work. In our life too, the Madhukaitava or Ragadvesha, they are looting away our wisdom. I know, Yatato Hyavi Gaunteya, all that. So this Ragadvesha eliminated by this Hayagriva Bhagavan and Veda Jnana established in the Bhumika of our heart. With that Sankala and Prarthana, we will be doing this Gayatri Mantra Ucharana Vidmahe and Dhimahi. Always be in the mood of Upasana and Dhyana of the Devatas. Thus, qualified from our side to ask the boons and invoking the grace of the Lord to bless us with those boons. Always. And what is the boon? Prachodayat. Consistently, continuously, all the time, may we be prachodita, to be only on the path of knowing the self, realizing the self, establishing the self, and doing the prachara of the self only to all. In that, the prachodhanam we want from the Lord. Hope there is no ambiguity anymore. Right? Then we will also do today Ananta Gayatri. That is Adishesha Bhagavan. Okay. Adishesha Bhagavan also has his own loka. He stays there. He is the one who in the Vishnu Bhagavan's Rupa is there in that Sarpa Akara. Ananta Shayana he is called as. Adishesha alone is called as Ananta Bhagavan. You know, giving that shade or shadow or that protection to the Lord from the rain, etc. Even in Krishna Avatara, as Vasudevaji is taking Krishna, Balakrishna born to the Gokula, it is said to see that the Lord is not drenched in rain. Bhagavan Adishesha comes there as the umbrella from behind and protects both Krishna and Vasudeva. That's what we see. Okay. The Adishesha Bhagavan only comes as Lakshmana in Treta Yuga Ramavatara Kala, as you know, Balarama in the Dwapara Yuga in the Krishna Avatar. So beautiful all these things when you know. Ultimately all are the Parabrahma only. Now the Gayatri Mantra for Hayagriva is Om Vagishwaraya Vidmahe Hayagrivaya Dhimahi Tanno Hamsaha Prachodayat. Tanno Hagamsaha. Okay, so Vagishwaraya is Vak is Veda. Vagishwara is Veda Ishwara. Hayagriva is the Rupa of that Lord. Hayagrivaya Vidmahe. Tanno Hamsaha Prachodayat. Hamsa Artha more than once we have seen. That Lord who gives us the Hamsa like a Buddhi for us to discriminate between the Adhisthana and Adhyaropa. Adhisthana is Brahma and that is me, and all the Adhyaropa are the Upadhis. That is only for Leela, not real. This knowledge, the one who gives that Hamsa Bhagavan, Hayagriva, we request him to do this Adhyatmika Prachodhanam. So too, the Ananta Bhagavan's Gayatri is Om Ananteshaya Vidmahe Mahabhogaya Dhimahi तन्नो अनन्तः प्रचोदयात्. So Ananta Ishaya Vidmahe, who is the Ishvara of the Ananta Lokas. And where are all these Lokas, Brahmandas are? Mahabhogaya Dhimahi, said to be on that great hood of this Ananta Bhagavan. It is said all the Brahmandas are on the hood, fana of Bhagavan Adishesha only. Therefore, Mahabhogaya Dhimahi. Tanno Anantaha Prachodayat, that Ananta Bhagavan do the Prachodhanam again of us only for that Paramatma Prapti. Right? Meaning is known. Now let us meditatively chant. First Hayagriva mantra barabar, then the Ananta Bhagavans 12 times. So Hayagriva mantra is Veda Vagishwaraya Vidmahe Hayagrivaya Dhimahi Tanno Hagamsaha Prachodayat. Start. Om Vagishwaraya Vidmahe Hayagrivaya Dhimahi Tanno Hagumsaha Prachodayat. Om Vagishwaraya Vidmahe Hayagrivaya Dhimahi Tanno Hagumsaha Prachodayat. Om Vageshwaraya 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 Vidmahe Hayagrivaya Dhimahi Tanno Hagumsaha Prachodayat. We chanted that mantra, non-Gayatri mantra of Hayagriva. Jnananandamayam devam nirmalam spatikakritim adharam sarva vidyanam Hayagrivam upasmahe. I remember. Okay, now Adishesha Bhagavan, Ananta Bhagavan. He alone again comes as Patanjali ji and gives Yoga Darshanam to us. That is said. Patanjali ji is also Adishesha Avatara. Krishna Vasudeva. Ananteshaya Mahabhogaya Tanno Ananta. Start. Om Ananteshaya Vidmahe Mahabhogaya Dhimahi Tanno Anantah Prachodayat. 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 Om Ananteshaya Vidmahe Mahabhogaya Dhimahi तन्नो नन्तः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ अनन्तेशाय विद्महे महाभोगाय धीमहि तन्नो नन्तः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ अनन्तेशाय विद्महे महाभोगाय धीमहि तन्नो नन्तः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ अनन्तेशाय विद्महे महाभोगाय धीमहि तन्नोऽनन्दः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ अनन्तेशाय विद्महे महाभोगाय धीमहि तन्नो अनन्तः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ हयग्रीव परमात्मने नमः। अनंत परमात्मने नमः। मां रक्ष रक्ष परिपाहि परिपाहि। परमात्मानुभवं प्रति प्रचोदनं कुरु कुरु स्वाहा। ओम शांति शांति शांति. So through these everyday practices, we got an idea as to how through Gayatri mantras, we, by recognizing the glory of the Devata, by doing Bahya and Manasika Upasana, how we can pray to him or the Lord for the best. Now all of mana is given, practicing is in our hands. One can try, one can keep on trying till it happens. May we be fully convinced about this thing. Now, in the third topic today of our common sense thought, two things we will discuss. One is key. Remember, first of all, key we are not omnipotent, omniscient, omnipresent. है कि हम सर्वज्ञ सर्वशक्तिमान सर्वव्यापक? No, therefore we are mini potent, miniscient, mini present. We are Alpha Shaktiman, isn't it? So too, we have not omnipresence means Ananta Ayu. Our Ayu is also Alpa only. Shakti is Alpa, Ayu is Alpa. Lifespan we are talking about. Time we talk about. So the energies and times, both of them are so limited to us, isn't it? That's how we are as a human being. What we can do? That per day 24 hours only will be there for us, and also maximum 120 30 years only we will be alive. Many kaya kalpa chikitsas yoga sadhanas if you do, maybe it will be extended for 200 300 400 saal. Ayu is that much only, and the energies kitne hai, isn't it? Very few. First of all we have to realize it and we have to accept it. Then comes the real thinking that therefore these limited ayu and limited time and energies, what for we have to utilize, isn't it? Here is where all our genius, all our intelligence, all our contemplation, thinking, all our maturity is tested. Like when you take the example of money, कि this much is my salary, 20,000, 30,000, 40,000 per month, and a family is there, rented house. That is my salary now. Now, don't we budget it properly for the important things? If we are wise, because wisdom is not guaranteed. People can be otherwise also. But we are taking a hypothetical example, an honest, correct example. So, that person properly budgets his amount. है ना? First रहना है, so rent 5,000, 3,000. Now the family has become big. थोड़ा सा single bedroom से double bedroom जाना है maximum. In some locality where the rents are less. So that's how he plans. That's the way. So to जीना है तो we need the food. So he knows where the discounted price of the food is there or the food grains items are there. He looks for it. There is a hi-fi market. वहाँ टमाटर 180 रुपए kg. But if I go to this ready, it is only 35 rupees kg. So he will have to because अपना पैसा उतना ही है. In that way, for everything he knows what is required for him, what is best for him. In that only he spends the amount. For the best he spends. The idea is what? For the best means for the most useful. He won't waste that money for the unwanted things. In our life also, when we first of all think and understand that our lifespan as well as our abilities are limited, energies are limited, mainly energies, prana shakti vagara. We are what for we are utilizing them. This is a very, very important thinking we have to have. From the sadhaka standpoint, we are talking because we are addressing only the adhyatmic sadhakas, not anybody. I have no right, neither have taken up that job of generally talking to all. I talk to the sadhakas. Anybody can come, it is their choice. So, should we utilize the minimum time and the minimum energy that are there in those paths by which we fall down day by day? We go away from the divinity day by day. Think about it. But are we not doing what has happened to yesterday, February 17, 2026? Today is 18th February. तो पूरे 24 घंटे we had a time, energies we had having taken good food whatever. क्या किया हमने वो एक दिन में? थोड़ा सोचना पड़ता है ना. The otherwise person without thinking just sets a routine, and in that also he gives priority importance only to the bhoga bhoga bhoga. इतने घंटे सोना है, इतने घंटे खाना है, इतने घंटे टीवी देखना है. बाय द टाइम ऑल ऑफ डन ही इज सो टायर्ड. अब इतने बस उसके बाद नथिंग एल्स. इजंट इट? खाना पीना घूमना, थक गए, सोना. We are doing that, then how can we say we are intelligent? And how can we expect the people to say we are intelligent? An otherwise person's life is like that. But a wise person accounts for his mainly the energies. थोड़ा हाई एनर्जी है, थोड़े देर बाद मैं थकी जाऊंगा. नो, वाई नॉट यूज दैट एनर्जी फॉर सम योगा, फॉर सम साधना. एनीवे थकने वाला है, एक बात. एनीवे दिन ढलने वाला है, दो बात. तो क्या करके थकना है, किस में दिन को डलाना है? इफ एट ऑल दैट भाषा इज देयर, आई डोंट नो. शुड वी नॉट हैव विजडम? That is the reason for me doing these classes. Anyway, days will pass. Anyway, the exhaustion will be there. Why not exhaust in talking on Shastras? And I tell you my anubhuti every day after doing this satsang, I don't have even an energy to say anything to anyone. Hari Om bhi nahi keh sakta. I have no energy. And I am happy about it. Thus I started on class, then still second, third. Is there a whole day very happy in this? I am praying to the Lord to give me higher vision than this, to utilize whatever the energies I have, whatever the time I have. And I am also thinking what is better to be done, better can be done, better needed to be done than this. Because time is passing day by day, isn't it? And the energies every day we are gaining through some food rest, and they are getting exhausted also, isn't it? In that way, discovering what is the highest, what to do for that, while engaging in them habitually, once in a while, pausing and thinking and seeing if any improvements can be made in that. We have to that way celebrate every day as a festival, enjoy every day. Why? Because I utilize my Kala and Shakti for the Uttama Lakshya, isn't it? सो साधना के लिए यूज करना है कि संसार के लिए? योग के लिए यूज करना है कि भोग के लिए? टू नियर टू द डिविनिटी वी हैव टू यूज आर टू गो अवे फ्रॉम हिम, टू रियलाइज आवर एसेंशियल सेल्फ और टू स्ट्रेंथन आवर pseudo self. What for? Let us use our time and energy. We should use. Think. आपका है. Your time, your energy, your goals, your efforts, your reachings, your non-reachings. In this regard, nobody has any intervention. Only when we are troubling the totality, that time the totality will question us. Otherwise, you do your life, nobody will bother. So too, when we serve the totality, it will become happy and help us or bless us. Otherwise, it is our choice. See, yesterday in that Leela Upakhyanam, while the Vichitra Brahmanda Varnana is being done, Is it not said, Yatra yatra yena yena yatha yatha chintitam, yeah, tatra tatra tatha tatha bhavati. It was said, an individual or a total, in whatever the way they consume or convey the ideas they have, that's how the Brahmandas are made. We saw. So this is one thing. Today, कि टाइम एनर्जी को हाईएस्ट काम के लिए यूज करना. That discretion we have to have. Moment to moment. The whole day let us plan. Act according to that plan. Lot of disturbances come in between for various reasons. Having proper discretion, we have to be alert. One of the days, we shared this thought that continuous dukkha, lowness, sense of guilt, inferiority, the jiva in me feels because he is not doing the best thing with the time and energy given. अंदर का मेरे अंदर का जीव, अगर वो मतलब मैं ही हूँ, can learn the art of using the time energy for the highest, the inexplicable contentment, happiness from within comes. Like any of the noble activity when you do, while doing there is a struggle, competition. But after that, when you look back, see the amount of contentment, joy. So the jiva inside felt happy because of doing that noble deed. है ना? जैसे एक दिन आपने घर में 3 घंटे मेहनत करके you made a food for 10 people and packed it and went and gave to some needy somewhere. How struggling this work is. But having done it, when you come back, when you see the people taking the food and feeling that joy and blessing, throughout life that incident is remembered, and whenever it is remembered, there is self-respect, self-confidence. Isn't it? So the jiva in me felt happy because some nobler work is done. That way, the nobler than the noblest, higher than the highest, is only knowing the self. Finally, to cut short the thing, time and energy let us use only for that. Slowly, steadily, we have to do it. That forgetfulness of us, we have to transcend and be always in the memory of this thought. Okay, this is first one. Second is similar only, related to this only. Key, it is, as just now we quoted from Yoga Vasishta, it is always either totality में ईश्वर का कहो, individuality आप मेरा मैं जीव का कहो. It is the sankalpas of the mind. Everything is in the mind. In the sankalpa of the mind depends what we do and depends what we get. So be alert about the mind and see these sankalpas. Okay? Be attentive. Because of the habits and vasanas, the mind does its own sankalpa and does its own work, which is not healthy. It is I who have to take my mind into my hands and do the required sankalpa, strengthen that sankalpa, and fulfill that sankalpa through sankalpa bala, willpower, etc. Like you have servants in your house. अब वो आए अपना काम करके चले गए, it's not a very healthy sign. They come, they have to report to you, and you must take them to confidence and tell exactly what works have to be done that day. Isn't it? वो आगे करके चले गए and you are not at all contacted by them because that's the habit you gave. बोला उनको कल से पहले report to me and I'll tell you work 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, do them and again report back. Then you are allowed to go. ऐसा कहना चाहिए. Isn't it? It is everywhere. Children should be trained by the parents like this. सुबह तैयार हो गया. Even if the child is of 20, 25 साल जो भी हो, he should tell the father. So here I am going out for these things in these places. Till this time I will return. Having come back in the evening, he'll have to report everything. This is where I have done, this has happened, this is that. Then only he can be protected by himself. Because he is telling somebody, the father, when you are answerable to someone, you won't do wrong things. Like today, nobody questions anybody. That's the only reason for destruction. Like in the today's hostels culture, whether they're employed or students. Nobody to ask them. देखो कौन कभी कहाँ दारू पिएगा किसके साथ घूमेगा क्या करेगा nobody to question therefore total destruction. Earlier days बचपन में ऐसा नहीं होता 24 hours we were under the निगरानी. When we are at home of the parents, when we are on the streets roads by the neighborhood, when we are in the school college by the professors, wherever we were under the CC camera with concern. You understand? To see that we don't do wrong. That's how the society was protected. Beautiful that culture was. In our life, there was nothing hidden from our parents by us. सुबह सब कह के जाना है कहाँ जा रहे क्या कर रहे आकर कहना पड़ेगा बस. Father will have the time to listen. Isn't it? मस्त मस्त वाला it was a आदत. And in that any problems were there sharing, he will give answer. Wonderful. In the same way, it is the mind whose sankalpas mold us, याद रख लो. Semi-consciously, unconsciously, habitually, prompted by the vasanas, only those sankalpas go on happening. And those actions we do, those results come. Example, the vasana and adat says, सो जाओ सो जाओ सो जाओ सो जाओ. Then सोने का ही संकल्प होता है. मैं सुबह 7 बजे तक सो जाऊंगा 7. That's the sankalpa we do. Then when I myself do that sankalpa, who will wake me up in the whole world? किसको क्या जरूरत पड़ी? Now, if I do the sankalpa, it's better to get up early morning, make a habit. In this life, at least one thing let me learn to get up in the Brahma Muhurta and do my those 2-3 hours of sadhana. अब ऐसा करो संकल्प डेली स्ट्रेंथन करो उस संकल्प को start practicing it. That is how we mold ourselves, isn't it? As in continuation of the first thought, the time and energy is used for bhoga and not yoga. Why? Because the sankalpa is for that of the mind. And who is there when I do my sankalpa? Only I am there with my wisdom or ignorance. Isn't it? Therefore, because our life is guided by the mind, because the mind is nothing but the sankalpas, therefore, keep on doing healthy sankalpa. Isn't it? All these, what sankalpa we can do? Like we pray to Ayagriya Bhagwan and Ananta Bhagwan today. Sankalpa, oh Lord, give me ability more and more to study Shastra, ability to understand Shastra, ability to through the Shastra understand the truth and the untruth, and ability to give up the untrue, unreal, and ability to identify with the reality. Let me do that, let me do that, let the world cooperate with me, let the divinity bless me. So these are the Sankalpa and Prarthana. Sankalpa, Prarthana. करते जाना है. Noble sankalpas we have to do for ourselves, also for the world. Every day, that's why in all our classes we do our sankalpa, isn't it? So our life is our own mind. Our mind is our own thoughts. Thoughts are our own sankalp. अब आपके हाथ में. Let me be a person of all positive values. This sankalpa you do. Then slowly we start thinking what are the values. Then we will be referred by somebody that they are plentifully given in Gita chapter 2, 12, 13 and 16. Then we read them. Then we know, oh, this is what value. Leave it. So याद रखना, दुस्संकल्प नहीं रहना, तमोगुण निसंकल्प भी नहीं रहना, सत्संकल्प रहना. That satsankalpa, when it's fulfilled in the realization of the reality, then we are for now the sankalpa for the totality. You know, there is a beautiful Shiva Sankalpa Suttam, Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. That we will study one day. It is there in Atharvana Veda. Tanme Manas Shiva Sankalpamastu. आज ये दो crucial thoughts as common sense we discussed. The other aspects we are anyway going to see in our Gita class. Dhyayato Vishyan Pumsa, etc. Now, our Upanishad. Om 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 Sahana Vavatu Namo Brahmadibhyo Yerime Guruvi Purvam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Nidaye Sarva Vidyanam Shruti Smriti Purananam Vidita Khila Shastra Sudha Jarade. Today is 18. करुणावरुणालय पालय मां भवसागरदुःखविदूनहृदं रचयाखिलदर्शनतत्त्वविदं भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ॐ ब्रह्मानन्दं परमसुखदं परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्त ब्रह्म विद्या आचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदः आचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां सर्वेषां कृपानुग्रहेण उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्यबोधेन अस्मिन् क्षणे एव मोक्षकैवल्यप्राप्त्यर्थं सनातनधर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्तिविश्व आध्यात्मिकप्रगत्यर्थं धर्मसंस्थापकानां नित्यनिरन्तर दिग्विजयार्थं श्रीराममन्दिरवत् शिवकृष्णादिमन्दिरादीनां पुनर्वाप्ति तेषु निरन्तरशास्त्र अध्ययनादीनां द्वारा भारतवर्षस्य सनातनधर्मस्य बाह्याभ्यन्तर शत्रुघ्नसमूल निर्मूलनपूर्वक भारतवर्षे विश्वे च अस्मात् क्षणादारभ्य वैदिकैन्दवसंस्कृतेः धर्ममोक्षपुरुषार्थानां सुसम्प्रतिष्ठावाप्त्यर्थम् अस्यां कक्षायामागतानां सङ्कल्पितसत्कर्मसु दिग्विजयः तेषां हृदये परब्रह्मादीनां प्रति भक्त्यादीनां द्वारा जन्म साफल्यार्थमनेक शास्त्राणाम् अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नमध्ये कृष्णे यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आद्यशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्नं मुक्त्यर्थं वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. ओम नित्यानन्दं निराधारं निखिलाधारमव्ययं निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकण्ठं नमाम्यहं. पारायणमथ चतुर्थोऽध्यायः 10, 11, 12. ॐ मायां तु प्रकृतिं विद्यात् मायिनं च महेश्वरं तस्यावयवभूतैस्तो व्याप्तं सर्वमिदं जगत्. यो योनिं योनिमधितिष्ठत्येकः यस्मिन्निदं संचविचैति सर्वं तमीशानं वरदं देवमीड्यं निचाय्ये मां शान्तिमत्यन्तमेति. यो देवानां प्रभवश्चोद्भवश्च विश्वाधिपो रुद्रो महर्षिः हिरण्यगर्भं जनयामास पूर्वं हिरण्यगर्भं पश्यत जायमानं स नो बुद्ध्या शुभया संयुनक्तु. 12 mantras. Yeah. Now, 6th chapter, 15th mantra, 2 बार. ओम एकोऽहंसो भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये स एवाग्निः सलिले सन्निविष्टः तमेव विदित्वातिमृत्युमेते नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय. एकोऽहंसो भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये स एवाग्निः सलिले सन्निविष्टः तमेव विदित्वातिमृत्युमेते नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय. See, when through the years and years of deep study of Vedanta under qualified, able, kind Guru, when our thinking and understanding becomes sukshma and paripakva, subtle and mature, what is said in Upanishads will be grasped. That is what is seen in the entire life also. See, example, this shloka. Eko hamsaha bhavanasya mante. Where are two in this whole universe? Only one Paramatma. Only one. There is not so many. And because he is only one, he is me also. So I am never away from him. He alone with his Shakti, playing the play of manyness. Eko hamsaha bhavanasya mante. The moment sense of otherness comes, all quarrels, fightings come. And otherness is only a sense, a nonsense. There is no two, it's only one reality. We have to recognize it, realize it, live it. Eko hamsaha bhavanasya mante. Okay, we have seen that ekaha paramatma hanti avidyadi bandhakaranamiti hamsaha bhavanasya asya trilokyasya madhye. This we have exhaustively seen. Bhagavan Adi Shankara adds the Sambandha Bhashya na anyaha kaschit. What is the meaning of ekaha said by Shrimata? Na anyaha. Only one. Ekaha. Not eka ke baad dusra, tisra. No. Ekaha means no aneka other than the eka. Therefore, no anyaha. Na anyaha kaschit. Kasmat, yesterday we saw all the three meanings. Beautiful meanings. Kasmat sa eva agnihi. We'll see today this line. Ki yasmat sa eva agnihi. Because he is the Agni. What do you mean by Agni, sir? Suddenly, Agni kahan se aaya? Agni hi vaha Agni hi. He does the work of Agni. That is why he is called as Agni. What is the work Agni does? Dahati. Basically, no. Here also, avidya tat karyasya dahakatvat. है ना? Avidya and its karya of kama karma and karma phala rupi janma marana samsara, that Paramatma daha katvat burns away. Now, how many ways this can be discussed? So many. Two we will talk about. One is what? With his avidya or maya, when Paramatma projected the jivas and gave that avidya to them, and when they are struggling in the life, Bhagavan is enjoying the tamasha. That's how in so many Hindi में गाने लिखते हैं, है ना, कि ओ लॉर्ड यू मेक अस प्ले एंड यू एंजॉय दैट प्ले, यू मेक अस सफर एंड यू एंजॉय दैट. क्रीडार्थम सृजति प्रपंचमखिलम क्रीडा मृगास्ते जना. But the beauty is what? Ki, like an Agni, he is avidya tat karyam dahati. Every jiva, he will see to it that he will be eliminating his avidya, and gives that liberation. That assurance is there. Therefore, finally, one need not worry कि भगवान जो है सबको मोक्ष दे लेते हैं. Because avidya tatkaryam anti agnirva. Point one. Point two is what? Among those jivas, you and I who have understood it that the Ishvara can, by his blessings, give us moksha. Now we have to slowly become friend with him. We have to invoke his blessings, grace, and see to it that we get the liberation quickly, not delayed as per his choice. This is the meaning of Agni Viha Avidya Tatkaryam Dahati, the meaning and utilization of that meaning. That is the special advantage there in human being, that he can enhance his speed of liberation moksha. One, by himself choosing only that. Two, by invoking the divine kripa only for that. Is there any ambiguity in this? Is there any incorrectness or wrongness in this thinking? So, as we are seeing almost in every our common sense thoughts also, in our other shastras, that by asking the Lord anything other than the Paramatattva, by ourselves also pursuing anything other than the Paramatatva, we are only strengthening the dukkha samsara, giving avidya and tatkarya in our life. That wisdom I have to have as soon as. You understood? So instead of utilizing the Paramatma for the highest purpose of avidya tatkarya daha, so that moksha we gain, we are only using the Lord, rather misusing the Lord, for strengthening our own avidya in its karya of kama, karma and samsara. वहां हमको करेक्शन करना है. All Upanishads, rather only Upanishads have the treatment for this disease, medication. Like there are special centers for the treatment. You know, only those centers treat these things. Oncology, cancer, only those institute treats it. Ophthalmology, only that center has that. In that also, some people do the ophthalmic treatments, but directly doing the eye transplantation, only specialization. In the same way, Upanishads are the only ones which will rectify us at our first basic mistake. What is that mistake? Our sankalpa, our prayatna, our prarthana. Is it to strengthen the avidya and tatkarya, or is it to burn it away, destroy it? We have to question ourselves. Both late ho gaya abhi. The funniest part is what? We don't question ourselves. We don't allow the gurus either to question us or to teach us or to educate us or even to advise us, or we don't even dare them to come near us and we never go near them. This way we are destroying ourselves. So that Paramatma, Avidya, Tat Karyam Hanti. Is it understandable? So Yasmat Sa Eva Agnihi, Agnihi Iva Agnihi Avidya Tat Karyasya Dahakatvat. He burns away. Okay? In three rupas, yesterday we said, the Lord Himself is there in the form of Jagat. When we do in the Jagat our Swadharma, Nirapeksha Rupena, that level of Avidya and Tatkarya, the Ishvara burns. That we learn the art of living the life without any expectation from the outer world. Second, when we worship Him as Ishvara, by giving us Siddhanta Jnana, He will remove the Avidya Tatkarya by coming in the form of a Guru and a Satsanga and teaching. Third, when through meditation we identify with Him, we are one with Him. Soham asmi, aham brahmasmi. There is no avidya, there is no karya. That's how agnihi iva avidya tatkarya dahakatvat. So, how much this sentence is heard, repeatedly felt in the mind, the meaning of it, and therefore I am suffering the disease of avidya and its karya. It has to be burnt away. So, only the Lord can do the required chemotherapy. So, let me go to Him. Isn't it? See, Bhagavan sets right our karma when in the world we do only karma yoga. Bhagavan sets right our kamana in the mana when we are his worshippers. He will see to it that we don't have any other kamana. Bhagavan destroys our avidya by giving the vidya. So avidya, kama, karma. Avidya removed by the vidya, kama is towards only the vidya, and karma is only karma yoga. Bhagavan makes us realize the life should be lived like that, and He will empower us. He will ensure that this is how we fall onto the right track, come onto the right track. So, Agniriva Agnihi Avidya Tatkarya Siddhakatvad Uktam Cha. I'm not just defining Agni means like this. I have a quotation. Without the Upanishad or Veda quotation, I don't say anything from my head. That's the beauty of Bhagavan Shankara's independent granthas or the Bhashya. And that is why we love him. That's why we follow him only. We are bindas, happy. No struggle. Shankaravan follow karo. He makes us follow the Shastras. The Shastras are nothing but to give us the moksha. Direct. Next. Uktam cha vyoma tito agnirishwara iti. See, vyoma atitaha agnihi ishvara. Beyond even the space is that Agni who is none but the Ishvara is said in one of the Vedas. one of the Veda mantra. Therefore, Sayevagnihi, when this Shwethashwathara Upanishad Rishi says, Agni means Ishvara, and like Agni, he burns the Vidya Adi. Therefore, calling him as Agni, we have no problem. We use one more thing here, Eva Shabda. So, Eva Agnihi. Okay? So, he, the Lord alone, is the Agni who burns or makes into ashes the Avidya Tatkarya. So, Eva Agni. He alone is the fire to burn away avidya adi. So approach him only. Okay. Oh Lord, you are the Agni. You are the one as an Agni to burn the avidya tatkarya. To choose in your own form, in whatever the form, but come into my life and give me that Agni Samana Tattva Jnana which will burn the avidya adi into ashes. ऐसा प्रार्थना करना है. Then some guru will come in our life. Who will come, why will come, how we don't know. Then by again the divine grace, because of prayers, we develop full faith in that guru. And we become regular in listening. That guru also, by our fortune, teaches only the tattva for us. And good talmel happens as regard the tattva transaction is concerned. And that's only purpose of a true guru and disciple coming together. And slowly, first the intellectual knowledge and convictions come. Then the sadhana is initiated. Continuing that sadhana, we realize that self. There is moksha. So Saeva Agni. Then next one, Salile Sannivishtaha. What do you mean by Salile Sannivishtaha? Salila means water. Salile Sannivishtaha, he is staying in the water. What is water, sir? Suddenly he said water. We will say anything because we are Vedanti. The Vedanti knows the Brahman, Vedanti knows Maya, Vedanti knows the Trigunas of Maya, Vedanti knows how the prompting by the Ishvara makes the Trigunas to get modified, mutually permutated, combined, and the whole universe is made. We have a crystal clear picture. इसलिए उस दृष्टि से हम कभी भी कुछ भी कहेंगे. It is your ability to understand. So Salile Sannivishta. What is meaning that? One meaning Salila means water. Water in Sanskrit also called Nara. So Nara Ayana is Narayana. Why Narayana is called Narayana? Because he stays in the water. Isn't it? In the what form he stays in the water? One meaning is as life. Because life starts from water only. And first of all, we have to have life, then only we realize the reality. That's why in any planet, the human being wants to go and stay. First he sees whether pani hai ki nahi. Water is not there means life is not there. Mind you, which life? The sthula life is not there. But in all planets, there are the sukshma sharira necessity rahita jivas. No planet is empty. They are all having the jivas of that type. Thanks to our Yoga Vasishta, the Shastras, when we study them, we can see. They're all there. They don't need sharira. Therefore, they don't need water. So they are put there. By the way. So these are all the meanings of Narayana, why is called Narayana, etc. Same is here. Salile Sannivishtaha. Shankara Bhagavan explains. Salile means what? Ki Salile means Dehatmana Parinate Salile. Means that water which has taken the shape or form of water in the Sharira, in that he stays. So from the Panchabhuta Nirmana knowledge standpoint, we all know from the pure consciousness, the sense of otherness is the mind at the individual level, Maya at the total level. From that mind comes the Akasha. Akasha slowly getting grossified. By kalpana of the one by one guna, the gross Mahabhuta start happening. And only the Shabda guna is there, it is Akasha. And then Sparsha guna also is Kalpita, the Akasha only becomes the Vayu. Then the Rupa Guna is Kalpita, the Vayu only appears as Agni. Then the Rasa Guna Kalpita, the Agni only appears as Jala. When the Gandha Guna is a Kalpita, then the Jala only appears as Prithvi. That's what here says. Salile means Salile Deha Atmana Parinate Salile. So in that water, which has now taken up the shape of the Sharira, he is staying there. Salile Sannivishta means Dehe Sannivishta. Now, again, don't expect every time to the Guru to explain A for Atma, B for Brahman, C for Chaitanya, D for divinity. You know, एक बार कह दिया तो we have to understand it. He is there in the Sharira means what? In the Sharira, in the Hridaya, for us to recognize. Otherwise, everywhere He alone is there. Everything is in Him only. Actually, there is nothing other than Him. All these we are listening the Upanishads. So Sarile Sannivishta means Dehatmana Parinate Sannivishta means as you are a human being in your own Sthula Sharira, what is supporting it? The Sukshma Sharira. Reach to that. And what is supporting that Sukshma Sharira? Your own Hridaya. Reach to it. And in the Hridaya as the Chidakasha, that Paramatma is to be recognized. Having recognized him, everything is he only, everywhere he alone. So always, whenever such sentences are said, Hridaye Sannivishtaha, Salile Sannivishtaha, Dehe Sannivishtaha, that is to say that it is the Paramatma's Upalabdhisthana for us to search. That is where is available for us to recognize. He is though all pervading, but Upalabdhisthana is there. Like the government of India is all pervading in the country. Yet, the Upalabdhisthana are those respective departments. Which of the department you want work, वहाँ का ऑफिस है, आपको वहाँ मिलना है. Otherwise, government of India हर जगह है. Isn't it? Where is the milk in the cow? Everywhere, but you have to go to the udder to take it out. In the same way, Hridaya is Upanabdhisthana. To reach to the Hridaya, the Sthula Sharira is the Alambana. So become aware of body, become aware of the Sthula Hridaya, and in that become aware of the Sukshma Hridaya, and in that the Chit Sarupa Akash. अब करो ट्राई तो मिलेगा वो. And I am that. So in this way, एको देवः एको हंसः भुवनस्यास्य मध्ये स एवाग्निः सलिले सन्निविष्टः. Now, Salile Sannivishtaha also, are you telling out of your hat or is there any reference quotation? Without quotation. Though such things so I will not dare to tell from my side. Uktam cha. It is said in the Upanishad. What is it? Iti to panchamyam ahutau apaha purusha vachaso bhavanti. In the Chandogya Upanishad, in the 5th Adhyaya, 9th Khanda, first mantra is that only. Ititu, in this way, Panchamyam Ahutau. In the 5th Ahuti, Apaha Purusha Vachasaha Bhavanti. In the 5th Ahuti, when you do, the water also recognizes its essential self to be Purusha. Because Purusha only is Kalpita as the Jala or the water or the Apaha. Iti. So, that shloka with that Bhashyam, when you study that, exhaustively known. But the reference is this much sufficient. Iti tu panchamyam ahutau apaha purusha vachasa bhavati. So, in the 5th ahuti, apaha means the water, purusha vachaso bhavati, it becomes the purusha. Because the water is purusha only expressing like that. So, in this way, having given this Chandogya Upanishad quotation, here it says salile means dehatmake parinate salile sannivishtaha. So that we have understood that from the Panchamahabhuta development standpoint, from the Jala, the Stula, Bhumi comes, from the Bhumi, the Oshadis come. When we consume it, we get the mother, father consume, from that we are born, and from that when we keep on eating, our Sharira continues staying. In the Sharira, in the Hridaya, as Chit Swarupa, that Paramatma is Upalabdha for us. So, Eko Hamsa Bhuvanasya Madhye Saivagnihi Salile Sannivishtaha, up to that is explained. Now, Sannivishtaha Shabda, Bhagavan Shankara says, Sannivishtaha means Samyak Atmatvena Nivishtaha. Samyak Atmatvena Nivishtaha. Samyak means fully, clearly, and also completely. Atmatvena as the self, Nivishtaha, he is stationed there. Now, see, as we saw yesterday, day before, This thought we are discussing in at least one of the classes every day. Atmani Sannivishta means he is there in the self as the self. Therefore, anything perceived as not self, when it is rejected, what that is not rejectable is the self, and which is not objective, it is the experience. Hold on to this thought, when we keep on trying, we reach to that which is me. Sannishta means samyak atmani atmatvena nivishta. So the two difference between these two words. One is atmani sannivishtaha, second atmatvena sannivishtaha. Atmani means in the self. Atmatvena means as the self. So, like an Agni, the one who burns avidya tatkari adi, that ekaha paramatma, who is hamsaha, is salile dehatmake parinate sannivishtaha atmatvena. We have to recognize it. That is why tameva viditva is the next line. So, this is how the main meaning of this mantra has to be caught. Then, with contemplation, more spashtata will come. Always remember, we will be seeing these things in today, our Vakyavrti class, today and tomorrow. With utmost undaunting, undisturbed Shraddha in the Shastra Vakya, Guru Upadesha, and Ishvara Kripa, with our own Sankalpa, that what is said in the Shastras, beyond doubt, I will understand. Let me try in that direction. And what is said in the Shastras, beyond doubt, I will do that sadhana. And what is said in the Shastras, Aham Brahmasmi, I will experience it. In this mood of optimism, positivity only, we have to keep ourselves. Like everybody in their own respective field, they have to maintain that optimism, positivity, then only they will be able to work in that and move ahead. If they have doubt about their own field, what they have chosen, then they don't do the things up to the mark, then they never reach it. Anything, a mundane work of the household women, she has to have that complete feeling in her that these are my family members, for them, all 3 times a day, I will make a food. उनको पूरा उसमें श्रद्धा होने से 50 साल she will cook every day without taking any salary. If she has a doubt in her own mind कि मैं इन useless fellows को कहाँ खिलाऊं, immediately then she will find her kitty party. The husband has to enter to the kitchen to cook. When both are tired, then the online food order people, they will encash. Then everything becomes chaotic. Hope you got, which is said in a hinting manner. In the same way, we have to always have the completeness, clarity, and optimism with Purna Shraddha. In the Bhagavan, in the Guru, in the Shastra, and Guru and Shastra Vakya. Beyond doubt, I will understand. Relentlessly, I do the sadhana, get the experience, and establish in it. I am on the path now with that optimism. After that, the first step is theoretical knowledge clarity. For that, you are coming to the class. You have achieved this one, first step of getting Siddhanta Jnana. That's how you are so regular. Congratulations. The second aspect of I will do sadhana also. बनाओ आपका मन आज से 18 फरवरी से शुरू किया भाई नेक्स्ट नवरात्र शुरू होने से पहले our sankalpa should be become so balavan that at least morning 5-6 hours before lunch I am totally dedicating for my only atma prapti sadhanas. When I do these optimistic positive thoughts as we discussed also in our common sense thought, then that urge in us, the power in us tempts us or prompts us to take up this sadhana. नहीं करोगे स्ट्रांग संकल्प लाइक आजकल दिन जैसे गुजर रहे हैं आराम से उठो पेपर पढ़ो टी चाय पियो नाश्ता करो घूमने टहलने चलो हजम करके आओ हजमी भी करके आओ फिर लंच करो is there any meaning in that life? We will continue like that. But if you do this type of self-preparation, then the deep, strong Sankalpa from within us will make us think and understand and plan well and do or live day in such a manner that at least 5-6 hours I am doing my sadhana. ये करना है. Those who are now free from the social and worldly responsibilities, at least they have to take up this most sacred responsibility of one's own adhyatmic pragati. For that only we are here discussing all this. Okay, now the last paragraph is there. Sannivishtaha samyag atmatvena nivishtaha. अथवा the beautiful भाष्य you see, मैं इसे पाठ करूंगा, कल एक्सप्लेन करेंगे. सलिले सलिले व स्वच्छे यज्ञदानादिना विमलीकृते अंतःकरणे सन्निविष्टः वेदांत वाक्यार्थ सम्यक ज्ञान फलकारूढ़ः अविद्या तत्कार्यस्य दाहकः अग्निवत् इत्यर्थः. तस्मात् तमेव विदित्वा अतिमृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते अयनाय. वाह, beautiful thing. I may need 2 days to discuss this. Give me. Even if you don't give, I'll take. Om 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 Purnamadah Shrutimatre Namaha Tatsat Brahmarpanamastu. Thank you, friends. Join for Gita. Let us study the second shloka today. Krodhat bhavati sammohaha. Aja. Om.